Hi everyone, this is Irfan with a new episode of the SIA podcast. In this episode, I thought we will discuss something more actionable and practical. So, in this episode, we are going to discuss how you can easily find websites uh, which would be more open to um, granting backlinks for your website. So we have a process for this, which I have outlined here. And I will go through the first method in this episode. So we have a bunch of methods for this. The first one is competitor spying. So usually, if you are in an industry where you have a lot of competitors within the same niche or in the shoulder niche, what you can do is that you will find out websites that have linked to your competitors. And once you have done that, then after some um, machine-based filtering and followed by manual filtering, you will come up with a list of websites which have linked to your competitor and which are probably good links and which you can, have a higher possibility of higher probability of earning backlinks from. So let's get started. So the first step is finding competitors. So let's say if you are an insurance agency, then you may need to get backlinks of a competitor like whitecoatinvestor.com. So I have opened this website already in Ahrefs. Now I will go to the backlinks profile of this site. So this is the backlinks profile of this site, and now I will click on one link per domain option, which is this. So this basically means that we don't want to focus on sites which may have granted multiple backlinks to white coat investor. Instead, we are focusing on just one link per domain. All right. This is because when you are doing SEO, you just want one link, and for our review, we also we also don't really want the multiple backlinks. I mean, there are some other options that we can go with, like downloading all the backlinks that a site has given and then manually doing all of them. But just for the sake of this demonstration, we will not be doing that. Now I will click the link type option and I will click do follow. So these are websites which have given do follow backlinks to whitecoatinvestor.com, and do follow backlinks, as I'm sure you will know, are basically backlinks which are of higher value. Basically, these are in the case of do follow backlinks, the source website is basically telling Google that okay, you can grant SEO juice to whitecoatinvestor.com. So these are do follow backlinks. And after that, we have three option steps. So if I have a lot of websites, or if we are not going through a very detailed manual review after this exercise, then what I can do is that I can go for blogs website only. To be honest, we have not really reviewed this in a lot of detail. So, blogs would usually be contextual backlinks, I suspect. However, I think even sites other than these 857 sites might actually have some good backlinks. But if you have a lot of sites, or if you don't, have time for a detailed manual review, then I would suggest that you just go for blogs. Because these would be the more higher value backlinks. And then if you have backlinks from a lot of different sites, then you can just select English. Some people might also be focusing on traffic. We are not really doing that, at least right now. Another thing that you can do is that you can try to find out if you have a lot of WordPress sites or Blogspot sites. So as we know, those are sites which are not of a lot of high value. They basically are not important at all, in my opinion, and in the opinion of a lot of experts. So I will search for sites which have WordPress.com, which are WordPress.com sites and which have granted backlinks to white coat investors. So we can see that there are no such sites. Now I will just search for, let's say, blogspot.com. So there might be some other such sites as well, which are basically sites with user-generated content, like maybe, let's say, youtube.com or medium.com, tumblr.com. But I'm just going to use these couple of examples. So now let's say that in case of Blogspot, we did not have one do follow backlink, but we had, let's say, 500 do follow backlinks. So in that case, what I would do is that I would rather than including it in the list of sites that I'm going to export, I will click exclude so that that site gets excluded. Not export, but excluded. So now I have excluded this website. And obviously, like I said, that in some cases, you may have a lot of WordPress sites or Blogspot sites. So what I usually do is that I will go through a few, and unfortunately, as far as I know, this option does not let you exclude multiple sites or multiple sites. Instead, it will just let you exclude one site. So I will look for, if there is one site, one do follow backlink from Blogspot, but there are 5,000 do follow backlinks from WordPress.com, then I will exclude WordPress.com sites which are of higher number automatically, and the Blogspot one I can just remove manually because we have a process for that as well, which we will not be covering in this video, but maybe in a future video. So now that I have gone through all the steps, most of the steps that we have outlined here, I will click on DR, and this way I can sort the website either in the ascending order or the descending order. So as long as this thing is going on, you will see the status bar sort of thing here. That means that Ahrefs is still loading the sites and making the sorting and all that. So now we have the higher DR sites at the top, but instead if I want to go with the bottom sites first, then I can just click it again. And now the list that I will get will show me the sites with DR of 0 onwards, or sites which are maybe very new and have no DR at all. So now I will just go on and export this. And depending on what sort of computer you are on, you can use one of these, but I'm on a MacBook, and even this format works fine for me. So I'll just start export. And then depending on the size of the file, it may take a few moments to get this file downloaded. And once you have this file downloaded, then what you and your team can do is to do some manual review as well to make sure that there are no bad quality links. Maybe you don't want to, maybe you want to delete the sites which have a DR of, let's say, 1 to 50, so that you are not contacting those websites at all, and you're just focusing on the higher DR sites, or maybe you have some other things to look at as well. And then you can take that list and export it to something like Hunter or Snove.io, so that you can get email addresses, and after that you can either start pitching them completely manually, or you can use a tool like Pitchbox or Mailshake or Ninja Outreach to send automated pitch sequences. So that's it for this episode of the podcast. If you have any questions or comments, please do let us know. Thank you and bye.